don't know if I can sort of rise to the occasion again, to be honest. Well, hello, welcome along to Bangkok ChitChat. This is the show, unlike our Spotlight, where we have a guest in. It's just me and Andrew sort of shoot the breeze. Yeah. And before we have to go any further, I do like your beard. Whose idea was it for you to grow a goatee?
There's some guy who just looking at my face all the time. It was yours.
That you like?
Yes.
Well, I think some people's, though, faces are more suited to a goatee or a beard. Like, I think if you have a longish face, which you do, I'm not being...
Okay. You calling me a horse?
No. But horses happen to have long ones as well, but they don't have beards. I think it might help. Like if I grew,
my mind there for the horse
if I grew one, I'd look like a gnome, I think, or something like that. But it suits you. How are you getting on? I mean, how do you maintain that? Do you have to buy special equipment?
Basically, just let it grow and sort of thicken up a bit.
Yeah. How do you cut it?
I've got a little thing, you use for hair. Yeah, if you your back of your neck and things like that, and just trim around. You got little.
You shave the back of your neck?
Yes.
Well, hairdressers do that.
Yeah, but I'm not going to the hairdressers every time to get that done. I'll be there every 2 weeks.
You mean it goes quickly?
Yeah, well, I'll probably go for a haircut every 4 weeks.
You've got a hairy back, haven't you?
Yeah. You've got something wrong with you.
You do, though, don't you? I don't have a lot of hair. You have a hairy back as well. Did you shave that as well?
No, I've never seen it. I can't get my head around it. Are you a bloody owl or what?
We think it suits you.
Thank you very much.
Don't we? Yeah, Jet does.
I'll just cut it. When you drink something or a soup, you have to sort of clean it.
Oh, yeah.
How long I'll actually keep it, I don't know. If it gets too hot, because it's the hot season, I'll just shave it off.
All right. Well, you're right in the middle of hot season now.
I'm doing it before I get totally grey, yeah? So that's why, yeah. Okay. Otherwise I look like Santa afterwards. Okay. So.
Actually, there was something that we need to talk about that I forgot to tell you off camera, which we have to quickly talk about. But I'm just going to go and check out Action Bronson. He's a foodie, and he's a big American guy with a massive beard. And he's always got the latest vapor weed thing, and he's smoking non-stop weed, right? And non-stop and swearing. He's got a show called That's Effing Delicious. But he's got his massive beard. Right. So when he gets soup, well, any food, but soup must be a nightmare when you've got a beard this big. He always goes like this. And I'm thinking, doesn't that put you off eating food? You've got to. It's an extra thing you have to do.
He's that big.
Yeah, it doesn't put him off whatsoever. Yeah. Right. Well, don't get it that long. Quickly, we didn't do this off camera. You're off on your holidays soon.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't want to throw this at you, but you're going where?
Tibet, Lhasa.
Okay. So he's going to film some stuff for us when he's there.
We do a trip, and we'll do a trip down to Everest.
You're going to Base Camp 1, right?
Yeah, that's right. On the Tibetan side, and we'll see Everest. Yeah. So you have a tour for 8 days, a lot of traveling, going to different places.
Is that Kathmandu? You're going from Nepal side?
Kathmandu's in Nepal. Yeah. So we're in the Tibetan side.
That's the Tibetan side. Okay.
Right, so. Yeah, so we're going to go down and see that, and also be sleeping in a yak tent or something like that.
It's a tour, though, right?
It's a tour. Yeah.
What about toilet facilities and things?
They say bring plastic bags, and just in case.
Well, have a good holiday, mate.
No. Everything's fine. Well, we'll see. That's the whole point of doing it is the adventure. The other thing we'll do is we'll go from Lhasa down to Chengdu. Yeah. By train, because it's supposed to be in the top 5 train journeys.
All right, cool.
There's a lot of stuff they're saying politically or environmentally it's wrong what they did because it goes through the tundra and all sorts of stuff. So
it's like looking out the window and it's like big drop on either side.
No idea, man. But it's in a sleeper.
Do you get insurance?
Yes. Just in case it comes off the rails.
We need you to come back, mate.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're going to take some shots, so that'll be interesting.
I'll take some
future programs,
video, but I'm not going to be doing it on a professional level, bringing equipment with me. It's just going to be one camera.
I told you not even bother, just do the phone, because all we want is a general idea. You're not Richard Attenborough.
Yeah. Okay.
And here we are in the tundra. How does he speak? Do you watch Richard Attenborough?
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah. All right.
Nothing like that.
Move on. We had Gail Bailey the other day. That video's doing well. Like nearly 1,000 views on that now.
Yeah.
She talked about prisons and that.
Yes.
And there was this news story a couple of weeks ago I got from The Nation. A British man has been sentenced, was 4.5 years ago, to 50 years in prison for ecstasy possession. He was caught in a car park, a supermarket car park, probably Foodland, in Pattaya. For there's not many.
Everybody's been going to Foodland to shop for drugs now, yeah? Well done.
Yeah, while you're on holiday, I'll have my pickup truck there. I'll be fine. And so he attempted to sell pills to a fellow British guy who turned out to be an informant. So we'll get to that in a moment. All I'm saying is now, and Gail was talking about this, international transfer of prisoners scheme. So he's going to serve the rest of his sentence. Don't forget, he got sentenced for 50 years back in England.
No, because what they do is they what Gail was saying is that it's reassessed.
Yeah. This is my point.
Oh, okay. Took your thunder.
No, you didn't really. Just spotted it, just dribbled on it a bit. So they think the most he'll do is 10 years.
Yeah.
Out of 50 years.
Yeah.
200 pills.
But he also he qualifies for that through behaviour and everything else and changing attitude. I think there's an assessment. And it takes about a year to go through anyway. Yeah?
Would you say that the 50 years given to him here was excessive? He broke the law.
Yeah, he broke the
knew
law.
what the law was.
He probably knew what the law was, but not the extent of the sentence. Yeah, because he didn't bother looking at it.
Didn't bother looking at it.
Yeah.
Right?
So do the crime, do the time. Yeah?
Absolutely, he didn't do his due diligence.
I think 50 years is far too.
It's a long time, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It
But what he was doing is giving ecstasy out, and it's against the law, and also some people can have bad or have bad effects from it. He doesn't know. He's not a doctor. No. So
well, they're also. You've heard of this GoFundMe page, right?
Yeah.
Where people get in. They come here without any insurance, health insurance, and they have a motorcycle accident or something even more. A serious accident, and they're laid up in Bang Rad or something with a back injury, and they're sort of $500,000 baht in the hole, as it were, and they haven't got the money. So then they all set up this, it's called GoFundMe, and I've had a look at it, and there's some really daft things on there. People have just run out of money. So all I'm saying is that they've got to get him back, but they will now get him back through this international transfer of prisoner scheme. So I guess that's
how does that relate to GoFundMe?
Is that going to? Well, I don't think that's free. That's the point I'm trying to say. I think England doesn't get you because we ask Gail this?
No, we didn't.
Who pays for it?
But from what I gather, but once again, not accurate probably, but is that the government will you have to pay that back to the government for that.
So if you don't have it at that time,
you're in debt to the government.
Yeah. All right. So one of his excuses, and this I just found,
or maybe they have to get the flight back, because I know if you're stuck in immigration and you can't get a flight. To go back, you stay in immigration jail until such time you have that money.
Somebody gives you some money.
Yeah, and then they get them. And this is why they do this GoFundMe. Now, whether you agree with it, disagree with it,
I'm sure it's very helpful
choice,
in some extreme
yeah.
circumstances. I just don't think that if you come here on holiday for the extra 50 quid, or it's not a lot of money to get insured for your 10 days in Thailand, right? Through your travel agency.
Yeah.
It's an extra.
Yeah, but what also is there have been accidents and motorcycle accidents, and some of the coverage that they got, maybe they didn't check what the cover was.
Yeah, so it's important to check.
Of course, yeah. Would you sign a contract to sell your house on the back of a fag packet? No, you'd have a contract. You get a solicitor. So just common sense of reading what you're covered in travel will probably say, you can't do skydiving. You're not covered for that.
Or if you want to do it, then you take out an extra premium, right?
And also, a lot of people get hurt because they didn't wear helmets.
Yeah. I don't think that I'm a really hard guy here. I'm just saying that someone comes here without insurance, they drive a motorbike around Koh Samui or something, no helmet, they crash, they have a serious accident, they go, oh, what can I do? Well, they should have thought about that before they even came. What happens if?
Yeah, Thailand,
not just set up a page, GoFundMe, for charity, because I didn't bother to think it through.
It's people's compassion. I think that's
I don't think enough. I haven't got any.
Fair enough for people to ask. Doesn't mean you have to give. If you had an accident, would your wife know all your friends to go around to whatever it is? Yeah? And would they have to go and collect the money from every individual? It just wouldn't happen. So it is bearing the soul that you were damn stupid not getting things covered.
For 100 quid
or
or
you
whatever.
haven't been covered by the insurance you've got,
right.
Or the insurance hasn't paid out, or the insurance isn't going to pay out on time, yeah?
Right.
or whatever. So you've got to fund it to claim the money back. There's a whole lot of circumstances to it. So the GoFundMe, I think, is an easy way for friends, family, etc. to turn around and say, okay, I'll put a tenner in there or 1,000 baht or whatever it is and transfer that, yeah, rather than having to go
But
to
does it
all
have
these
to be
people.
worldwide? You go to your WhatsApp group or your Line group and you talk to your cousins and your uncles and your sisters and your brothers saying, hey, we're in a tight spot here.
they're looking for the
Why
money.
get strangers to contribute to something that you should have done to prevent?
Well, why not?
Because I don't think it's, I think it's a lame way of doing it.
Maybe it's a lame way of doing it, but the fact is that what they're trying to do is get the money.
Yeah, please don't think I come over as if I'm being
No,
uncharitable.
I understand where you're coming from. I really do.
So in other words, when you leave to go on holiday,
I say
make
it's a
sure you've got
choice.
insurance and then you don't have to go fund anything.
Yeah, we're dealing with after the fact just now. Yeah.
Oh, true. All right, so going back to this, now the parents obviously loved their son, and why not, and everything else, and he was facing 50 years in Phnom Penh, who they've said is worse than a POW camp. So why bring Thailand
depends
into
which
it?
POW camp.
Well, yeah, exactly. If you're in a POW
Look at
camp...
Kanchanaburi.
Yeah. What in Kanchanaburi? Oh, bridge over the river.
Yeah.
Quare. Okay. True that. And I don't want to sound like I'm, but they start blaming the prison, Phnom Penh, right? Which I'm sure is not a
I've been
hotel.
already explained. It's very, very hard. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And also, his parents explained that he was naive and depressed at the time of his arrest after struggling to come to terms with the sudden death of his fiancée in Thailand, and I feel very sorry about that, and I have compassion about that, in Thailand, and his grandfather who died in the United Kingdom. So that means he went off and flogged 200 pills of ecstasy because of that?
No, obviously he has to.
They're blaming everything that's coming. They're standing up for their son, but blaming Thailand, and I don't like that.
I don't like that either. No.
Do you agree?
I agree with
you haven't seen this story, right?
I don't know the detail about it.
No, but now I've explained it to you,
if
hopefully.
you're back in the UK, I know you were going to bring up the entrapment thing.
I was a bit, because he sold it to...
I don't think that was entrapment. No, because you have that in the UK. It's called a sting. All police forces have that. They will have somebody who's acting as. That's why you have undercover cops and things like that.
Well,
Is that called entrapment?
Well, they do that with auto.
Because the guy had it. Yeah.
They do that with auto
tried to sell
theft.
it.
They do that. I saw this program from England, Cops and Rob or whatever it is. And they leave these unmarked cars unlocked in areas notorious for car theft. And they're just so it's like putting an ice cream down on the side of the road, and a little kid comes along. Oh, there's an ice cream there. Shall I take it? It's almost, if they hadn't put the car there, the guy wouldn't have stolen it.
You have an ice cream lying on the side of the road.
No, that's a wrong analogy.
Gonna give him a straw.
No, that's a wrong analogy. That was a bad one of my worst. But the point is, if they hadn't have put the cars there that were unlocked and ready for stealing, the guy wouldn't have stolen the car.
But if he wasn't a thief, he wouldn't even tried to get in the car.
Yeah, but
I think they're not different.
No, they're not. It's entrapment, I think.
Yeah, well,
but then again, if he hadn't taken the cars that they put there, he might have taken another one that was locked.
This guy, he accepted that he had done wrong, and he accepted he was going to jail. So that's really the start and the end of it.
I think the thing I don't like is that he did it, he got the time, end of. It doesn't matter if it was 100 years. He got the sentence from Thailand for doing something wrong. But his parents are, knocking the prison. And they're blaming other things to almost say, well...
It wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault, and it was his fault. So I hope that he only goes to England and serves a few years more and has learnt his lesson and won't do it again. But
hopefully he will take what he's gone through and use that to publicise to other people not to do the same thing.
There's a good film/documentary called The Fear of 13. It's by a guy called... He's been on loads of chat shows as well, Nick Yaris. It's called The Fear of 13. He spent 23 years, most of it on death row, after being wrongly convicted of murder. And the only reason why he stayed on death row for so long was because he started doing appeals, and he kept on doing appeals and appeals and appeals. So they didn't execute him. At one point, he was so down, he just said, look, come on, stop all the appeals, just execute me. But after, can you imagine how you feel? It's a good documentary. It's Fear of 13. Can you? I would say somebody owes me something, right?
Of course, there's going to be miscarriages of justice. Yeah. And in Thailand has the death penalty, but they haven't used it for quite a while now. Yeah?
Over years, years.
But,
well, I mean, some people might say, well, at least he wasn't executed and then found.
Well, I think with this guy,
innocent.
50 years, I think that is excessive. He was, his mental state wasn't great. The fact was he did wrong by doing it. 50 years is a hell of a long time.
I mean, murderers don't get that much, do they?
Like that, well, the one I get concerned about is what happens if somebody puts something in your bag. And I was told by
entrapment
police, or even in the SkyTrain, you have to be very careful. Make sure if you've got a backpack on that you bring it around to the front, because somebody could put something in open the zip, because they can pickpocket as well and put something in there.
And then they follow you around, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't get caught, they nick it back.
That's right. So you've got to be.
They do that at
really
airports.
Careful. Yes.
So that they can take it out of the airport into a taxi, and then when they get to their hotel, the bag's down on the floor or something. Then they steal the bag.
And there's another case I was told by a security guy that I know. He turns around and says, on the bag with the zippers. Yeah. You can take a knife or something and open it. Yeah. Even though you've got a lock. The lock comes over there, and put something in, and then pull that double zip back again, and it will seal again, so you don't know.
You know the stories about...
Scary stuff.
You know these buses, long journey buses, 5 to 6. You know where you put the bags in underneath? They have somebody in there, obviously of a smallish build.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You haven't heard of this. So, right. And they're in there.
Is this a part-time job?
No, most people know. And they have a razor blade, and they cut the nut, and they take all the passports and wallets out of the bags. And then when the bus stops for its toilet break or coffee break or whatever...
This is not official. I thought you were saying there was somebody officially within the bus company.
No.
He's sitting in the...
Well, I'm sure that the crew of the bus know about it. But yeah, this guy's in there. And so then when everyone's, we're off and running, he goes round the bags with a razor blade, slitting the things, and da-da-da-da-da-da. Then when they stop, 4 hours later or something, they get out and go. And obviously people don't check their bags because they've got their personal effects on them, but there's stuff in that bag that's worth money, I guess, or whatever. And then they only know it when they get to their destination. They'll see, there's a hole in their bag. You didn't know that, did you?
Yeah, but God, you have to be so careful with everything. What are you supposed to do? Put everything, carry a safe with you?
Yeah, one of those massive things, right? What were they called?
Well, that's why if you look at camera cases, they don't have zips, they have big locks, and you lock them, so there's no zips in there.
Oh, like a metal, for equipment and stuff
so
like that.
So if they really want to steal your bag, they've got to chop your hand off.
Okay.
That defeats the security. Handless.
We finish on that one?
Yeah, we'll move on.
Well, goodness me, half the show's gone. But I thought that was interesting.
Yes, I think it was, yeah.
All right, then, so, was it probably about 2 weeks ago? You know when a storm's coming, especially in the rainy season, it gets dark a bit, and you know something is coming, right?
Yeah.
You hear rumbling in the distance, and then often it gets very windy.
Normally my tummy and I look at
You haven't had breakfast this morning, have you?
No, I haven't, no.
I have. And, and then the sort of wind blows, and it's all blowy, and you as it would, and then there's a bit of a stiff. The point I'm trying to make is it's coming. Okay. Beating about the bush here, Francis.
Blowy.
So hey, this happened in the afternoon, and we got it lined up, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it was a perfect afternoon, blue sky, sunshine, bloody hot, and it was about 2:30 in the afternoon. Within 20 minutes. This storm came out of nowhere, man. The trees were blowing and the rain was coming down. It lasted half an hour, and then all blue skies came again. Well, look what it did to my garden.
All right, okay. Let me just...
I think you have to press... oh, dear. That's fine. That'll do it.
Oh, thank you.
That'll do it. There it is. Okay.
So there was like a crack of thunder, and then for 20 minutes we had winds and rain like I've never seen before. And we're living sort of just on the suburbs of Bangkok here. Anyway, when the rain finally died down, I came out to see what damage there was, and it's not good. First of all, I can't get my cars in or out for now.
Looks worse. It was worse than that. What time was that?
Secondly,
2:30.
we have some major.
Well, one tree down.
What I can't see at the moment is if that's. I think that's probably knocked out the light on the top of my balcony. Probably. And then we have the third tree down there, which is probably doing the most damage thinking about it. But there we go.
Wow.
Yeah, bad day at the office.
I sound a little bit weary. You said I sounded weary. I'd had a few beers by then.
Did you?
I'm slurring a bit on it.
2:30?
Yeah, but
no, you weren't.
it was the houses. You know, we've had trees come down before in the house, but not 3, and within half an hour.
Yeah, and you spoke to me, and there was no. We didn't have anything. It really was, and it was very, very stuck to your location.
Oh yeah.
And there was another thing the other day in the newspaper. Somebody in Bangkok, they said it was heavy rains and there was flooding. Nothing where we are in Ladakh.
So very. I wonder if it's like, is it like they call the eye of the storm or something? I don't know whether I got the full Monty.
Yeah, possibly.
You went 3 soys down from where I was, and they didn't have any rain, no nothing. It was
Wow.
completely. Yeah, it's like we're going to get this guy.
Maybe the big
Calm
man upstairs was getting upset with you.
I don't know why. I don't sell 200 ecstasy tablets in supermarket car parks. Anyway, so it's all about me, I know at the moment, and this happened only 2 days ago. I'm actually preparing the show.
Right.
And I'm typing away, and this bird came out of nowhere, a little one, and landed on my lap. And I took a video of it.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think. Did we got it coming up here?
Yep.
Yeah, it's sort of like I didn't know what to do with it. Not that one. That's the one with the trees falling down, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. Okay. So all right. So you see, working.
Yeah.
I was just doing my work
See the
for
date?
the show, and this little bird literally landed.
Literally bird in the hand.
Worth 2 in the
in my
bush.
lap. It
Look at
must be a baby. He's quite happy.
I thought it was a baby.
And likes being stroked.
He
So
did
what
like
do I
that.
do?
So that was actually a help video to my family. What do I do?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to just put it down on the floor where my dog might get it, or a cat might get it, or it might die. And so I was a bit and I was thinking I'm going to have to feed it worms and all that. I'm going to have to look after it.
Yeah.
And then it flew off. Perfect. And landed on my fan. I don't know if we got a...
Yeah, got a picture, yeah.
Okay, do you want to show that? Yeah, just landed on my fan. And it stayed there for about 20 minutes. And then just flew perfectly, healthily away into the trees on the other side of the... Either it was stunned. Maybe it's sort of like... I would have heard it, though, if it hit the window or something and then bounced off onto my lap. Mm-hmm. And it was sort of stunned, because I know birds can get stunned, and then it came to and then flew off. I don't know.
It seemed so placid and happy where it was.
I even named it. Ollie.
Ollie the sparrow.
Do you think it was a sparrow? That's another... If anybody knows what type of bird that was, or has any idea why it didn't land on my lap because it fancied me, right?
Well, it's probably the only bird that has, but...
Actually, there's a few things I could say now, but we'll get
Yeah,
banned. But all right, are we going to show the picture of it on the fan?
yeah, it's gone up already.
Oh, it's gone up.
In the edit, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that's it. So anyway, I hope you. That's just things that happen in my garden.
Right.
I know it's all about me, but you've got a garden now anyway.
Yes, lovely.
We'll look forward to some videos.
Yeah, we will do later on. No problem.
All right, we've got some clip pics coming up for you here. I spat then. Right. We have some clip pics coming up for you in just a moment. Keep it here on Bangkok Chit Chat.
Bangkok ChitChat ClipPix.
Welcome back to Bangkok Chit Chat, and it's time for the clip picks, and we've got about 3 of them here, I think. Yes. First one, well, you might not know, not that I know because I'm talking about it, blow up dolls. You've heard about them
I've heard about
and what
them.
they do.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know what they do. All I know they inflate. I'm not sure if they do anything.
Oh no! Actually, they
Maybe you can
just lie
educate
back
me.
there, right? Like a few women. But no. Okay, so but you know the concept.
Yes.
of it.
Yeah.
Well, this is the doggy equivalent.
All right.
Do you
okay.
want to? Yeah, just
All right, so
because
it says,
yeah. Go on. Go,
if your dog's a loner, offload his boner.
So basically, it's this plastic dog, and if you see the pictures, you see its bottom area, which is sort of got like a sphincter there. So obviously, we know why that's there and what the dog has to do. This actually, no, the reason why I picked this, I've got a male dog.
I just get this picture of something. Oh, look at my lovely wee dog. Oh, let him have some fun.
Actually, the dog looks like it's made out of chocolate.
Jack Russell.
It looks like it's made out of chocolate.
All right, okay. Yeah, but it's a cute wee dog. Right. This is like paedophilia for dogs. It's a
You
cute
can't
wee
tell how
puppy.
old the dog is.
Jeez, oh.
Well, hey, check the law on this one. Check the law. No, get the RSPCA behind. If you have a male dog, there's an argument to have it cut because it's very frustrating for a male dog to sit behind the gate and see all that lovely.
Listen, it's
It's a bit like my life, really. No, hear me out.
Okay,
All right. So there's most people, most animal lovers say it's much kinder to give the dog a bone, no, to not give him one, to cut so that he loses that libido type thing, and he doesn't want to, and he doesn't get frustrated. Let's leave it that way. Right. And I understand that. Yeah. And there's also some parts of they say testicular cancer is higher in dogs that don't get the cut. But then it does say if your dog's a very shy type of dog, which my one is, if you cut it, it'll be even more shy. Like when the dustmen come round to our house, he hides upstairs.
Have you had it done to your dog?
No, I haven't.
That's why every female that comes to your house, he's sniffing away at
Oh, he
them,
loves the females,
and
doesn't
he's
he?
basically trying to
He loves your partner.
climb on the leg. Yeah.
I know. So, if you decide to go down the way of not having him snipped, but he still can get his end away. Are we allowed to say end away? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So basically, this dog is there, and then I don't know. You wouldn't put this. What do we call this
Where
thing?
would you put it? You put it in your front
Well,
room?
hang on. What would you call it first of all? Shall we call it?
Blow up dog.
At least we're on the same page here. Right, so blow up dog. Do you
blow up
leave?
boner.
Yeah. Do you put it in your dining room? So when you're having, there's nice spring rolls, darling. Yeah. Oh, look at old Godfrey. He's humping away at our blow up dog. Or do you put it in the garage? Yeah. And then after the event,
Maybe you put it with the gnomes.
the ones with the beards. Right? Yeah. Okay. Continuity. I like this. So do you put it in the garden, and then after he's finished, hose it down? Or could you rent it out for other dogs in the soy? You could become a dog brothel. Like, come in here, 10 minutes, there we go, 100 baht. You know, the owners give you that, not the dog, obviously. And he walks, but
A pedigree test.
what's that?
Well, basically, you have two pedigrees and they breed. Yeah, let's see if
No,
they really.
you
if it
can't
really
breed
works.
from this dog, it's plastic.
No, I get that, but I'm just to give it a test. Yeah, a test run.
Oh, see if he's up to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's from China, as you can see from the writing.
Yeah.
This is a thing. You can order it on Lazada and everything else. And I'm actually
Really?
going to think of getting one, yeah. Can the company pay for half of it?
Yeah.
And we can show it next
Yeah, the front
time?
half, you can keep the back half.
And then we could show it. Yeah.
Okay.
Or I get my garden video out again. I've done a lot. And this is my... No.
Can you imagine testimonials for that? My goodness.
Don't. Anyway, there we go. It's legit. All right, what's the next
So what's the next one? Yeah.
Right. You know, modern technology, with Sony earbuds and everything else, I think most people are in tune of what headphones do. But sometimes it's not that obvious to some people. So this was sent to me and it just, it tickled you, didn't it?
Oh, I thought it was very clever.
Yeah. I thought it was a bit boring in the beginning, but you've cut a bit of it, right? So I thought he was sorting out cocaine. Really? Right, so he's doing his job, right? Good.
Nice grafting, yeah.
Yeah, and actually nothing getting up his nose.
I was actually looking to see if It must be, they're doing something where, well, why would he?
Oh, no, because he's happy. Look at him.
Plonker.
Oh, that's the way to do it. Because I'm saying they're headphones, but
Yeah.
they're not. They're earplugs, but it's the same sort of thing. So how to get something completely wrong? Now, the last one is, I think we've dropped to a bit of a low here because I just have to
This is
say,
submitted, yeah?
the most funniest thing in the world is a man walking down the road and falling down a hole. It's the funniest thing, right?
Yeah. Well, let's have a wee look at it.
Why do you have to keep doing all this to it? Why can't you just click on the picture? Here we go. Oops.
And,
Do you think that was real?
Well, this is what I was going to say.
Does it-
I think it was real because I don't know. As you get older, your balance and your tension is probably.
But he
less.
noticed the thing to step over.
Yeah, but and
It,
it's just,
have you ever seen, do you know the old days with the pubs in England and Scotland probably? They have on the pavement, they used to have those big doors that open on the
Yes.
to go down into the
pub, the basement, yeah?
where all the beer, what was it called?
a basement.
No, it's called something else. Never mind. He was a...
Someone can help him.
Yeah,
And me.
please. Anyway, and then so many people walking down the road just fall down them. It's funny. I mean, it can
It's
hurt.
not a pure bucket that does it. That falls down it. How the hell did he get up from there? That's another question. Because
Well, you could have done it.
his hands were at the very, very top.
You picked this one, didn't you, Andrew?
It was actually submitted. Somebody submitted it.
Okay, because the guy could have died.
Well, there we go.
So that's not funny.
It's not funny at all.
Why are you laughing?
Did you think? I feel really guilty now. Yeah? Maybe that was a story saying, old man dies falling down hole.
Yeah, you didn't-
And we didn't get all
I know.
the background detail.
Most people
And it's
watching that are
somebody's
going,
grandfather or father.
Yeah.
Jeez, oh, yeah.
I know. I was going to say something linked with the prison.
We had
thing,
actually,
but I'm not gonna.
years ago, one of our staff, she was getting the canal boat to work. Yeah?
Longboat things.
Yeah. And she got in and moved away, and she fell between, which was really dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah? But she was so determined to get to work, she came. I ended up saying to her, "Listen, you're just going to have to go home. You're absolutely stinking."
Oh, quick one on that. My dad, I wasn't here on holiday with my dad, but they were in the...
She was okay, by the way.
Okay, cool. She didn't die.
No.
It was on the
It's very
Norfolk
wet,
Broads.
smelly, yeah.
He liked the Norfolk Broads holiday, and he'd never done it before. Where you rent a boat and you go on the Norfolk Broads, right? You know the Norfolk Broads, there are
Yeah,
canals and lakes and things, and everyone has them. And I think he felt a bit self-conscious. He was pushing the boat away for some reason from the shore a little bit, I think, to get going, right? And he had his he used to smoke cheroots, right? And he had a hat on. Thing is, it went further and further away, right? But as he fell in the water, there was a boat went by, and the guy's going, "Hi," and he's going, and his cigarette's like this, dripping out, "Hi."
He's in the water, yeah?
He's in the water up to here. Cheroot's gone to nothing. He's like, that was so fun. And he just tried to act normal as the boat went, "Bye." All right, that's the ClipPix for today. I hope you enjoyed those. Our What's On is very small because I think you'll see on the tag of our thumbnail on the video is about Songkran. Well, we're going to do a very quick one about Songkran. That's coming up and What's On in just a moment here at Bangkok Chit Chat.
Bangkok Chit Chat. What's on?
Hello, welcome back to Bangkok Chit Chat, and we're going to do What's On now. Today we've only got one subject because it's probably the biggest subject on the Thai mind at the moment, and that's the Thai New Year.
Yes, Songkran.
Songkran, which is goes back loads of years. This year it falls on the same dates.
Goes back loads of years. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Well, it does go back loads of years. It's on the 13th to the 16th, which is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Although some people are getting Friday off, some people are not getting the Tuesday off. So I'm not quite sure how many days off people are getting over Songkran. I think Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 13, 14, 15.
Well, some of the pubs or some restaurants, they've even closed, yeah.
Well, they don't like the water business, do they? All over their electrical equipment. And,
Yeah. People walking in soaking wet.
People enjoying themselves. The pubs don't like
Humbug,
that.
humbug.
Oh, we don't want people enjoying themselves. Anyway, it goes back, it's an old tradition. It actually derived from an ancient Indian festival called, here we go, a Makar Sangriti. There's a bit of a
Sounds like a
Songkran.
beer, doesn't it? Yeah.
You have to change your head like that. Not yeah. Anyway, so the way it happened in the old days was it's the new year, so it's the passing of old onto new, same as our new year and all that. And they used to go to the temples, and they would pour water over the monks, and the monks would pour water over them, give the alms as they do anyway.
But in a nice way, respectful
Oh,
way.
well, yeah, you see where this is going. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then actually the water used to get recycled. They'd take the blessed water back to their homes, and then to the elders of their family, they'd have a little bit of water, and they'd put it over there, and it'd be all this, and everything was fine. And that's until the teenagers got hold of it. I don't know when it started, but when did you come here? What year?
1989.
Yeah, so it was in full,
Full swing.
water cannons.
But there's also, I would go up northeast, and the elders of the family would sit on a table, and we would go down and why them and pour water in their hands.
Yeah.
And then you were mentioning about powder.
Oh, the
What
powder
does
is
it represent?
yeah. I've got it here. So it's the white chalk, which it basically
Yeah.
is. Festival goers are also have this put on their faces, right? I think we have a picture coming up at some point with doing it to a policeman. That's it's monks' use of making chalk marks to preserve the blessings made. They have it like in your car.
Oh, yeah,
when they
that's
do that
right.
and all
Yeah,
that, but
yeah,
they do
yeah.
it with gold and that chalk. So that's just a carry on from the old traditional
So
temple
we
business.
used to do that up in the northeast. And I would get involved, and now if I was going up there, I'd probably be one of the people who were doing it.
Well, you're
too.
an elder.
Yeah, I'd be an elder now. But it was very, very respectful.
Yeah, we do it
I
to
really
our
like that. And
kunyai
then everyone
and
went
kunda.
wild. Everyone
Well,
went wild
and
after
the
that.
youngsters. And recently, no, let me go back. When I came here, there was a lot of pickup truck things going on. They get this great big barrel of water on the flatbed, and they'd all be around. I mean, some of them, you imagine they're all off their heads, right, on whatever. A lot of them weren't. They were just
having great fun,
just
yeah.
getting off on the the enjoyment of doing what they. So they go around and they'd squirt people, and you get other pickups going the other way. And they banned that about 4 or 5 years ago. Maybe up country they still do it, I don't know, but they did ban it. But the latest on that is, and this is literally hot off the press, police have laid out security measures for the upcoming Songkran holidays, including a strict surveillance of water war zones.
Right.
War zones, right?
Well,
this
that's
is
exactly what
this
they are,
friendly
yeah.
thing, right, that all those years ago. Now they're called war zones, such as Bangkok's Khao San and Silong roads. Also, it says here, Asiatique areas.
What, they've been banned, yeah?
No, they're just going to be watching them and making sure everybody is.
The thing
behaving
is,
themselves.
an awful lot of people link it all with drink as well. Yeah,
Well,
and
that's the problem.
That is
That's the problem,
So
but-
you get drunk guys, and then, I mean, when I first came, I'll never forget it. Obviously, it's stuck in my mind. You'd walk on the street, and you didn't mind people putting water on you, but sometimes what we had is freezing water.
I know.
And it wasn't fun, respect. It was like pain.
Well,
stupid
I
fun.
mean, I've got one of my
But
stories.
I haven't had that in many, many years.
Well, police have also decided to be lenient with the revellers this year, allowing them to splash water from the cargo beds of pickup trucks.
Yeah,
So
good.
it's back again,
Yeah,
which hasn't been, so that's good. I mean, I went out last year with the guys next door who are younger than me, and they get kitted up, and I've never ever done that. But I went with them. I didn't have a gun. I just don't get it. I mean, I get it, but I just don't want to do it. Squirt you with water. What's the fun in that? And it was it was good fun. We sat at the restaurant and we could see it all going on. I thoroughly enjoyed that. But I remember years and years ago, I was walking. It was in Soi 33. And I'd come from a meeting, a media presentation, and I had my laptop in the bag. And I wasn't dressed in a suit, but I had my chinos on and a shirt, and I was pretty smart. And I saw this woman coming at me with a bucket. And so I looked at her and she looked at me and I went, no. It was like in a Mexican standoff. She was, shall I? And I said, no. And look, and I had the phone. I said, no. And she looked. And there was that like 5 seconds when time stood still.
We're waiting for the punchline here. Did she?
All over me. I was drenched, and she actually got moaned at and scolded by other people around saying, you idiot.
Yes.
But I think alcohol or drugs must have been a great part of that. And that's what spoils everything.
Well,
and I remember I had a new car as well at the time. And I parked it, it had all the seats were new and everything. And I was completely soaked with no change of clothes.
Yeah.
And so, as far as I was concerned, Thai New Year, shove it.
Well, that's just... Yeah,
but that was just one
exactly,
occasion.
one instance.
And there's always a bad apple.
But
have you got any stories?
Well, not really, except the one is the respectful one. But I mean, I used to enjoy it with, my sister came over with her daughter.
Well, are you a doer? You go with the guns?
Well, not anymore. But I've got.
Did you?
Yes,
really?
did it all. Yeah, but that's part of having fun.
No, I never saw the fun part.
Well,
of going like this.
Yeah.
Where's the fun in that? Has there been real bullets?
With kids and things like that.
I'm not. Of course, I went with my son around to local soys, and they were squirting with little guns to each other and all that.
If you're dressed properly or something like that, yeah, or people got their mobile phones, you should put them in a plastic. But you can get these things put around.
Oh, they're all. You can get the shirts, you can get the guns, the glasses, the goggles, the plastic things that go around to put your mobile phone. And so if you're coming here on holiday. All I would say, my own advice is, if you want to blend in, is don't get too carried away, and always be aware that not everybody is in the same mindset as you.
Yeah, a lot of women had a problem because they were putting on this stuff and they were touching.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. Yeah, that's where the government doesn't like all that.
But also, don't forget, Pattaya is not the same. It's a week after here.
Yeah, I thought that they did it during the first week and then extended it for a second. There's nothing.
So a lot of foreigners, and actually a lot of Thais as well, will actually go overseas for the holiday. I am. Yeah. And then others.
You've taken it to extreme. Though.
Yeah. Got to see Everest.
Yeah, let's go up Everest to get away from Songkran, shall we? I want to get as far away as possible.
That's really cold water.
Yeah. I'm going to look down at it.
So then other people will go down to Pattaya.
Yeah. I didn't realise that. Are you sure about this first week?
Yes.
Really?
And the other place is on Samut Prakan side. They have that the following week for all the water. I mean, Songkran's the dates for the respectful side.
Yeah, that's what I can't understand about the Pattaya. The Thai New Year is the 13th, the 14th, the 15th. They don't celebrate that at all? They must have the temples and that.
Yeah, the
you mean they
side.
Don't throw water around? Yeah, I get it. All right, then. So that's it. Well, what is it? I always say Sawadi Pimai, which Pimai means New Year. So I always just say Sawadi Pimai. Yeah, there's a Chinese one, I think, and whatever. So if you're coming here on holiday, just bear in mind it's bloody hot, and the water's a really good idea. Just don't get carried away and enjoy it, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So where do they recommend you can go? I know that Soy Cowboy,
which is not
everybody's cup of tea, is absolutely wild.
Soy Cowboy, I went there. It's high techno music. Everyone's having a good time. The police are doing it and everything else. It's great. For the younger people, they used to do it on Ceylon Road, but RCA in the evening is apparently mega. You know RCA behind Rama 9?
Yes.
That's a mega place. And of course, Khao San.
Right.
So if you really, Khao San is, it's like...
Well, that's where all the backpackers are.
Yeah, it's mental. Absolutely mental. Because there's younger people there.
Yeah.
You'll have no problem. We haven't done anything else on What's On because a lot of places are closed because they can't be bothered with it. Because they're going off and celebrating somewhere.
There'll be a lot on Facebook and other channels.
Yeah, I've got my niece coming over, so and she's been here loads of times, but she's specifically coming over for Songkran.
So you're going to be out with the guns.
I'm going with the guns with the guys again, but I won't have a gun. They have the guns. I just follow them.
You just get wet.
Another thing. I wore these really thick, shorts, right? Wear something light.
Otherwise, your shorts will fall down.
Well, no, it just takes hours to dry. So I was sat at Charlie Brown's in the evening.
I think the shocking part was the shorts falling off.
Soggy, wet shorts. No. Yeah, also wear underwear. Okay, that's it for Songkran.
All right.
Sawadi Pimai and all that jazz.
Pimai.
And we're back with some viewers' comments next here at Bangkok ChitChat. welcome back to Bangkok Chit Chat, and some viewers' comments here, if that's okay. with
Yes.
you. Yeah, right. Tyler Charles, no stranger to the channel. This must go back to, I think, when you were talking about visas and that. You said something. Well, does this ring a bell? He said, "Don't assume anything. The best advice, Andrew." That's mean go
Don't
to
assume
the,
anything in anything, not just visas.
it's life, right?
But yeah, just check it because things do change. But I think there's another comment there.
Well, you're from Yum Plak Duck Fu. That's another regular, right?
Right.
I love that name. Always research current immigration laws as they are changing day to day, like the weather. Here in the land of confusion, and he does say corruption, but hey, corruption's everywhere. But hey, that's my opinion, or should I keep my opinions to myself? No, Yum Plak Duck Fu.
Oh, give more opinions.
Give them more opinion. We love all that. And also, yeah, research. If you're going to any country, do your due diligence,
Yeah, but
visas and that.
But with the visa side as well, there has been changes, but not a huge amount of changes.
No.
What generally
It's all changes around the same theme, right?
They just never enforced
Yeah.
it for many years, and now it's enforced.
Yeah.
So yes, there are changes, especially if you've overstayed. I think
Yeah.
but you shouldn't overstay anyway.
Yeah,
You can
true,
say, oh,
true.
why is it so many? The fact is, you've overstayed.
End of.
Yeah.
I know.
So anyway,
50 years imprisonment. No. All right. Bowling Green, what a great name. Are you going to chat about Songkran, guys?
Just have.
We've just have. There we are. Thank you, Bowling Green. And this one's a great handle. Smith and Weston.
all right, okay. Well, obviously a Republican.
Oh, it's the same thing. What are you doing over Songkran? Will alcohol be served? Because I've heard there's rumours that there might not be. You always get that rumours. It filters down from some guy
I
in
haven't
the
heard
government.
that that's the case.
No,
Yeah.
they want to, a lot of them, because of the death toll is like really high over Songkran, isn't it? Come on.
Yeah, but
and a
the thing
lot
is-
of it's alcohol based. So no, the people in the government say, oh, stop alcohol and we'll stop the death toll. But it doesn't work
somebody's
like
going
that.
in a pickup van. Yeah. The thing is, some of them are drinking, but you can stop that legally, obviously. But they're just going to stock up beforehand.
Yeah.
Because they're out in the street. They're not in a pub to play
absolutely.
Songkran.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there is a lot of alcohol around, whether you like it or don't like it, whether you poo-poo it. But, driving motorbikes and that, if you're on holiday here, don't go near riding a motorbike. Just walk. Far safer.
Yes.
Yeah?
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, all right. So thanks for your comments. We really do like it because it's some sort of a feedback from, we're on this side of the camera and we don't really, one more. Brian Hansen from Denmark.
All right.
And he just says he enjoys the topics that we talk about. Keep up finding interesting topics.
Well, the good thing is we're
thank you,
getting more and
Brian.
more
Thanks.
views, and I think
Yeah.
people are appreciating it.
And you can
so
get your
we
views.
enjoy it anyway.
Well, you get your views on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
You can just underneath. They'll be there forever, so we can read them and then print them out and everything else. And also Facebook, right?
On Facebook as well.
Just-
Both it's ChitChat now.
Yeah. And another bit of business here. We're not having a show next week.
No.
Because we're on holiday, right?
And I'm going to Tibet.
He's going up a mountain to get away from Songkran, and I'm going to go in there with my niece. I'm going to go right in.
You're going to go what? Sorry?
I'm going to go right into Songkran with my niece.
Okay. Thank you.
enough?
It was just in case there's some
Just-
confusion there.
yeah.
I'm sure the niece is very, very nice.
Please like and subscribe and do everything else because we do need these figures to get up a bit because we can do more once we do. Anything else, mate?
No, I think it's just subscribe and like, and
Yeah.
we'll see you next time.
Happy holiday, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks from now here at Bangkok Chit Chat.